Right, we're back again this week in the Dark Eye 4th edition. Well, it's worth mentioning since there's a new 5th edition that everyone will want to buy, but it's not the same thing.
Yeah, everyone.
Everyone will drop their D&D 5th edition to get the Dark Eye 5th edition. And yeah, what happened last week? The battle finally got some kind of an end. The orcs, the orcs kind of won that one. And yeah, well, some of us were alive. Yeah, the most skilled ones. Yeah, Asgard. I don't remember. She had the pill, but. She was brought back in the forest by Plitiki.
Yeah. I told her just to keep her safe.
Yeah, which is a mystery on what's happening. And yeah, we decided to take the pills. I took Almar's pill to give it to him because he was very badly wounded. And I gave it.
Would say he was clearly dead.
He was dead, but now he's not. Yeah, the pill works, okay? The skepticism that Gruff had in the first few sessions is now gone about that. It's clear that it was working. And I gave a mine to race. Why did we do that? It's because the orcs did want us to be the slaves again. And I think we're trying to make some kind of a surprise on them. Frankly, I really don't know where we're going with that. But we still have our weapons, so maybe we have a chance. Maven and the troll are not around to be seen. Who else of our group? Tieka. Don't know where she is with the... What was the name of the guy I was suspicious of a lot of time, which was a good friend of Tieka?
Moment. Gryphas.
Gryphas, yeah. Okay. It's been a long time, but maybe... Okay, so just make the account of what are the characters present, Marbio?
Currently present is Marbio, probably resting somewhere and trying to keep awake, or maybe not.
Yeah.
I'm with the orc.
Okay.
His name I forgot again.
You mean?
We're talking about Borkai?
No. The one who I pretty much just... One who's now my new master.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Here, it's Vrujak.
Okay.
Yeah.
How is that pronounced again?
Vrujak.
Vrujak.
I will take that.
Or
maybe
Brujak. Maybe more. Yeah, more Brujak.
Brujak. Okay.
Brujak.
We have Borkai, Kandar, Detrot, Almar, Therese so far.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and there was also a few of the let's call them militia.
The Kandar's militia.
Yeah. There's a lot of them are dead, or at least very badly wounded.
Yeah.
While you looked after Halma and Therese, you see that Konda also took care of at least one of them.
Okay. Now, when we last time we finished, I was giving the pill to raise, and that's where it finished.
Yeah. Yeah, and with him it was, I think, less drastic of an effect because also it was not as clear whether he was dead or alive.
Yeah. I tried to hide his wound, not
Hmm.
to make sure that the orcs don't see the drastic change
Yeah.
in them. No, I don't want them to suspect them that we are making
Mhm.
some tricks.
Yeah. Um, yeah, but
Well, they did say tend to your wounded, so
yeah,
in a
exactly.
sense.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they will expect us to be that talented, that with
Yeah.
that much talent to end wound that way. Well, unless we're magicians, well, maybe. Well, do we know if magic can, someone with a spell can do something that good? We have a knowledge of
Um,
that,
you can do magic law.
which I don't have.
Hmm.
I don't know. But the closest
But
maybe folklore.
um, yeah, you can also roll folklore.
With the Well, probably my mother told me something about it when
Yeah.
she was tending my wound sometimes, and she's saying, "I'm not a magician." So what she
Mhm.
said.
Yeah. Or I'm not a fae or something. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, there are definitely stories about this. Um, and later on, you may even have heard stories about magical healing, and to some extent, you have experienced that with Maven.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, even though that wasn't as drastic an effect, and he did not bring back anyone from the dead.
Okay.
So that coming back from the dead part, that's a bit out there.
Okay. I'm mashing up
It's
in
not
my
something
head
that.
some kind of a con if I'm asked about something strange with that, but yeah. Okay.
Well, I just realized something. Now Helmar and Asgard can have something in common to rekindle the flame.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if we survive this, I might have some dirty jokes about it too, but let's let's wait.
Okay. Um, so yeah, what will happen next is, since it's starting, the sun is starting to go down. Um, they will kind of form a camp around yours, and they will start to bring uh, four in, which are under the protection of archers, who will try to get your weapons.
Okay. Um,
So the there are four of them um, are positioned on one side of this camp um, with bows, and four more will start to come in, and first they go by the more outlying militiamen and take away their cudgels. One of them stands back and has his saber at the throat of one of the wounded, just looking over at you.
Okay. Okay. If he try to get my bow,
Hello, cat.
eh?
Hello, cat.
Oh yeah, that's my cat. Okay. If he try to get my bow, I look at him and I say, "It's a gift from Razorok. You should understand that I should keep it because it gives me courage for anything I could do." Eh?
He doesn't really seem to understand what you're saying, and just takes a grab at it.
I just just want to challenge him a little bit.
Brazarak!
Yeah, Razorok.
He will try to give you a headbutt.
Huh. I will try to.
Yeah,
Rolling.
yeah he.
I'm not
misses.
good at parrying or evading.
Okay, so probably you both get the distance somehow wrong, and because you're also fighting over the bow,
Yeah.
this you don't really hit each other.
Okay. And yeah.
Mm.
You know, Swasnir, by its size,
He will.
can crush your Razorok. It's a whale.
Yeah. Okay. He will try to kick you in the groin,
Yeah.
and he would succeed.
Yeah, we'll try to parry him, which is good. No, I just evade at the last time, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you can just make the right step to the side,
Yeah.
and he will then point to the guy having the saber at the throat of the wounded,
Yeah. Okay.
and take another stare at you.
I let the bow go. Ha!
Mhm.
Take it, you're not worth it anyway.
Yeah, and then point towards your axe.
Yeah. Take the time to see it, it will finish in your butt.
We'll take that as well. We'll have a look at it and put it in his belt.
Alright.
Yeah, this more or less goes on. I think, Marbio, do you try to do something here, or do you let Vrujak take the weapon from you?
Hell, it's not even really my weapon. I'm kind of, I'm kind of working in my mind another way to go about this, so I'd gladly give it over.
Okay.
Besides, I am not going to be anyone's friend in a fight. I think I have like 4 hit points.
Yeah, which
3 vitality with 2 wounds acute.
which makes me think at some point I may get to you and try to do something about it. Well, you're badly hurt.
So, he asked me, and I kind of just like offhandedly, take the sheath from my belt and kind of just hand it over while I'm just.
Did you use one of the Albachs or an actual saber?
I gave my actual saber that was about dead to Helmar, so I'm using one of the Arbachs.
Okay. What do you think of it?
Oh, it's a bit heavy, but after you get used to it, I actually quite like it.
Yeah, I was very impressed when I first got one. The Kodogai are very esteemed smiths.
They are. Um,
The secret of the flamed blade, I always thought was just with your kind.
well, I mean, there's more skill to it than that, but it's primarily heating up metal and putting it into shape. Anybody can learn it given enough time and enough generations of understanding and knowledge.
No romance.
What did he say?
No romance.
No Romans? Oh.
Yeah, he will take a look at it. Well, maybe if we can come to an formidable, good arrangement, you might wield a weapon one day again. Maybe you see the way of the Aikar.
Well,
He will sheath the weapon on his horse and yeah, throw you bread or something, a piece of bread over,
I catch it, and
and probably this is where Gruff comes in.
Yeah, seeing your wounds. Oh wow. You didn't take the pill.
no, I did not.
Okay, I'll try. I'll try to do something about it, and just to maybe help you out. So I'm checking out if I can treat some wound with nothing because I don't have anything with me.
Yeah, what you probably will have is maybe a few rags that you could rip from either your own clothing
Yeah,
or
well,
from Marbios, and a bit of water to clean.
so well, well, I'm not very good at doing it, but all the way, well, that's that kind of a situation. We'll finish this voyage without our weapons.
So you didn't have any points left, or do?
Oh yeah. It's a no success. No, I've rolled over 3 of them and yeah, don't have much
Okay.
points in it anyway.
Okay. So yeah, you kind of, what you manage is to kind of a bit clean the wounds and have some fabric lying over it.
Yeah, maybe just to stop a little bleeding a little, but it won't make you feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they say, well, we won't. Yeah, that's embarrassing because we won't finish the travel with our weapons.
I shrug. We had a good run, and yeah, it's not like I can fight anymore in my current state.
Well, today I felt like fighting, but it's all the odds are against us. But I a little more quieter. I say, yeah, but I don't know what Maven or the troll are doing. But I hope they're well, and maybe I have. Well, deeply, I hope that they will come to try something for us if they can.
they're smart. They'll stay away. I mean,
Away from the trolls.
yeah, even with the troll, I mean, he's a large target. These people have bows, you know.
Or maybe just don't want to be involved in that. I hope not. Well, nevertheless. But I'm yeah. So something's bothering me. You know, we did some kind of a massacre on their friends, and why don't they just they don't want to revenge? You know, they just didn't want to kill us. I don't know why. You want, yeah, well, maybe they want some slaves back, but no, they're not very hard on us, except from the battle we just did.
Well, you can ask him. I mean, I don't know how his Gretty is. I've only ever talked to him in Low Orc.
Okay, yeah, because you know in Tarwalian, what I know of is that we you know if something happened to a Tarwalian camp, you know the revenge would have been terrible. More bloody than that. I thought that orcs were capable of being more cruel than that with their prisoners.
Well, I don't know. Some are, some aren't. I guess. I mean, look at some countries and look at some countries on human side.
Yeah, well, I don't know much outside of Tallwolf, but yeah, I may, yeah, I may understand, but
Would I, other than just, you know, the usual Horasian go-to of the boogeyman of Al-Anfa and the southern states, would I know of any other, you know, terrible empires or terrible
Well,
countries?
the Horasia gets or has a history of being invaded to a certain extent by the believers of Rashtullah, which is a desert tribe, and certainly there have been atrocities committed on both sides.
Yeah.
And even the the history among the nobles of Horasia is also rife with cruelty towards each other. And let's not forget the Garithians basically destroyed and sacked the old empire, Bosporan.
Yeah. And I'm sure Bosporan wasn't, you know, the shining beacon of all things good and happy and, you know, all that other stuff.
Well, in its time. But at its end, there were, well, the Empress called herself a god and dealt with demons, so...
It's basically the Roman Empire, right?
They have certain parallels, at least.
Yeah. Okay. So, you know, I mean, I explained to him about all these other countries and all the other things that they've done and, you know, we've done.
okay.
And then I do remind him that there's not that much difference between a peasant and a slave. You know?
Oh yeah, so that well, yeah, I can understand, but I don't want to be a peasant for the orcs. I do have, well, so far I must admit it. I have I have hope to get back to Tarwal. You know, I tried to flee it when we first get into this job, but I do miss Towel, and yeah, so I don't want to stay here. We'll have to have our we'll have to get our eyes wide open to see any opportunities to get out from that situation.
Mm.
Ah,
Well, I guess just, be glad they're not beating us.
yeah, that's okay. Yeah, they well, probably for them we are good workers since we are more we seems to have more talents that some of the slaves we have freed. We without disrespect for them, but we showed our capabilities in this rescue we've made.
Well, that's the big thing with slave-owning societies, though, there just isn't any division of labor, real division of labor amongst the slaves. You get, um, you get people, and you get a bunch of people, and they're all supposed to be lower than you. So they don't have talents, they're just work. And
Yeah.
that's why that tower almost collapsed on me.
Ah, okay. Well, I will try to see the others are they are. I will try to at least have an idea of the others, and yeah, we'll see what will happen for now. And I will have my. If I see something special, I will try to come back to you. But I'm looking around for the orcs. There are still the four archers.
Yeah. One of them currently is looking over at you. The other three are watching the rest of your group. And after unarming your people, a couple of them went down the hill. So currently there are only well, in total there are 11 with the two on horse and the leader, and now two of those have gone down the hill. At least you can't see them.
9 of them. How much we are? Just want to count. Without Marvio.
Let's count here. You have Halma, you have Dietrich, you have Borkai, you have Kondar, you have yourself,
Therese.
you have Therese, and
Marvio. What Marvio? I can't count him into an operation.
yeah,
Yeah.
and there are two more of the militia that you would count in at least some kind of fighting shape.
That's very risky. We could. I'm thinking to myself, but we could ram them. Just ram them and. Yeah. I go near. Well, I asked Kandar to come with me and Marvio. If he's allowed to do that.
Yeah, you will. I don't know. You didn't have any metal armor, did you?
Toad hide.
Just okay. Just thought about that. So he will have had to have given up his chainmail and his shield as well. So he will look less bulky than normal, but he will come over. So
I look at Kandar. How about we lose temper like good Tarwalians?
You just want to go out, fight. You could have had that earlier.
But they're not on their guard that much, Do you think there may be a chance that if we ram them, take their weapon, do something fast, we're quite in a good shape?
Yeah, of course we could. And from a man strength that we are, well, we'll probably even, considering that Thorvalians have to be counted higher than normal combatants. But I don't know. And we, at least a couple of them, have still the weapons on our people. I mean, they're probably dead anyway if we start moving. But they surely will be dead if we start attacking.
I'm gonna put on my headphones so I'll be away from it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Gondar, are you saying that you may not consider it?
I'm considering everything, but I just say the good. Well, it might be what a good warrior would do. I'm not a warrior. I'm a mercenary. I fight for my next meat. And to drink your meat, you have to be alive.
And anyway, if we're on the run, where do we go now?
Exactly.
Probably the signal we saw the other night, what I saw when I was patrolling. Yeah, got some kind of a mirror signal reminding me of both signals. I guess it was them. So they have a way to communicate between other orgs. I don't know, but if it's them, they have a way to. We're surrounded. Maybe.
Probably a scout.
And
but if we could get the horses, maybe. But yeah, even then, there's the question where to go. And right now we are in the middle of this goddamn
Orcland. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's wait then.
Maybe there will be a chance in the night. And what exactly do you know if anyone is still out there in the forest?
Yeah, that's why we should wait. And I'm still thinking about Mavon and the troll. They could be a very good. They could use some good diversion.
Yeah. They are smart. They also will wait until night.
Yeah. Okay. So let's wait.
Okay. Yeah, Marbio, you back? Oh.
Yes. Yes.
Chris? Okay.
All right. I asked Briak.
Rujak.
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 Brujak.
Briak. Okay.
Yeah, he's called Brujak.
Okay. Brewdog. Oh,
I guess if I say to Marbio, I say to you, if someday I have a dog, I think I will call him Brujak. It sounds like a good dog name. And I go away.
And I ask him, how's your Goretti?
I can speak it. You will hear that Yeah. Why? Fear that I could understand you?
No, actually, if you want me to advise you, there might be some, and I say this more quietly to him, there might be some things that, we might have to keep between ourselves. Seems like a very strict social stratum, and advice can sometimes be a bit unflattering.
Go on.
Well, I haven't seen much yet, just here, so I'm just saying ahead of time. For instance, like say for instance, if I was to speak to you about, maybe going through and seeing what, like, you do have slaves back where you're from, right? If I go through and see what each one of them can do, but if, they hear me, then that could sound like I'm undermining you when that is just so that is just part of my advice.
We'll see when the time comes.
Oh.
So, don't you want to go over to your people?
Am I needed here anymore? Or, well, am I wanted here anymore at the moment?
That's not what I asked. I asked what you want.
Sure. No. I would like that, yes.
Then I will consider it.
I nod. I also noticed something when the last time we were in combat together. You almost got rid of me in a fairly unexpected way. When I was attacking an orc in a tower, the tower fell over, and I mean, I wasn't hurt, but I don't think you can rely on that again. You're not very big on woodworkers, are you?
No.
Yeah.
We are people who travel around. Fortifications are not our most developed skill. But
yeah,
gladly, we have luck because you have built many fortifications.
Engineers have built many fortifications. I am a gambler.
Oh, I meant you as in you and your people.
Yeah.
Middle Realm. The Sveltian states.
Yes. Well, back there you have, you'll probably have at least one person who's good at carpentry, at least, if you have if you do have slaves, currently. If my side doesn't try and do anything stupid, Gruff, the one who is trying to tend to my wounds, actually knows a bit of carpentry himself.
Just might open something here while you're looking at me. Maybe I'm making bad eyes to one of the orcs.
Yeah, the guy that took your weapons will still kind of have the looks for you.
I'm looking at him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, go. You can get back to your conversation.
That's so.
Yeah.
And what about him? He will point at Detrot.
Detroit. Well, he's the one who's been doing the cartography for the whole thing. He's actually mapped out most of the region, or just about everywhere we've been. Well,
Interesting.
everywhere up the river. He's this probably sounds silly and oligarch because as far as I know, there really isn't a whole bunch of words for mapping and stuff.
I thought you were talking about in Garetti right now.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Hmm.
All right. Um, he also knows lots of different peoples and cultures, which could be helpful.
Well, at least the map making could be very helpful.
He's been to lots of places. He's good with the crossbow. If I remember, doesn't he use a crossbow?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then scratch that.
I think,
I never said that.
yeah. Okay. And just lying down. That one over there is just a warrior, right? With pointed Kondar.
Mercenary. He's pretty much the one I've been. That's been helping me with most of my tactical decisions.
Hmm. Okay. Just for me, so Halma and
Okay.
Horace both are still basically lying down and playing badly wounded. So yeah, he will point at also at the other two militiamen who are still up and about.
Okay, did I ever get to them? Like, do I know anything about them besides them being militia people?
Make something up that would fit, and it will be a reality. If you say you didn't interact with them, that's also okay.
I think he's the guy who was actually helping me raise the owl, so he knows a bit about birds. But otherwise, I think he's a hunter too. He's decent with a bow. But
He can train birds. Might be interesting.
Yeah, he was helping me with that. Yeah, everyone was kind of weirded out about that owl I have.
An owl.
Yeah, had weird markings on its face, looked like a skull.
Ah, I know. Beastly things.
Yeah.
Once they have decided on a prey, they follow it around for weeks.
Well, I caught it and put it in a cage. I'm trying to tame it, but
How cruel.
it's either that or he pecks out my eyes in the middle of the night.
Quick death would have been nicer, don't you think?
Maybe. Or maybe now that we're going away, we can probably just set it free.
You want to set it free and to have it still hunt you?
So it'll keep going.
I don't know. I've never catched one or heard of anyone who did and then let it free again, but why should it change?
Uh,
Then again, we can see if your bird trainer was any good. And if he isn't, then maybe we don't need him.
well, as I said, he's also a decent hunter, which means he's good with a bow.
Hmm.
And tracking.
I see. And the other one?
Oh, uh, herbalist.
A herbalist. Then maybe I should ask him to find something so that we can tend to our wounded. At least we
Perhaps.
are in a forest.
Yeah. You can if you want. If you think that.
Get him and tell him this.
And I'm being truthful, right?
Okay.
I'm being
wasn't.
truthful. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe a former monk or something who
Yeah.
tended to a garden.
Right. I'm actually trying to. I'm not. I don't have any thoughts in my head about escaping right now. I'm just trying to do. As I said, I have my own plans here, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So yeah. Do you send the herbalist away, or?
Yeah. I go ahead and let them. I go ahead and let him do what he needs to do. And,
They will actually put one of the orcs. Oh no, they won't. They basically tell him that if he doesn't come back in before sunset, then they will kill 2 of the wounded. And then set him loose with a small knife. Yeah. While you go around, Gruff, maybe you come across or are close to Halma at some point.
Yeah. I feel that it can be long.
What?
I feel that it can be long.
What?
Maybe you should
I couldn't understand you correctly.
Okay. Maybe I feel that it can be long before something happens.
I can't. I went to sleep. I see blood everywhere.
You saw what?
everything was made of blood.
Everything was made of blood. Well,
The hills, the trees, everything.
that's some kind of a nightmare.
Can't lie like this much longer.
Maybe you should consider slowly waking up.
Yeah. Let's see how good of an actor he is.
Yeah, you should.
Oh well, everything under 10. So
Oh, yeah, you should.
yeah. Over the next hour or so, he starts to twitch, so that his with his legs and so on, so that looks like more movement coming into him. And he at some point then sits up against the wagon that you have still here.
Okay.
So, how does it look?
How does it look? We are unarmed. They want us to be slaves.
Not glorious.
Well, Marbiel talked with their leader for a little while, but right now we're waiting. Maybe we'll have an opportunity to escape, but we're waiting for the night. And maybe to have some news of the others if we can have some.
It was so real.
Well, you could. Sounds like a new song.
I don't want to sing that song.
Okay. Everything was made out of blood. You mean everything? Was that the same surrounding of what is here, or was it some kind of a strange place we never saw?
It was like this, but everything. God. I don't know. Yeah, it looked like here.
Well,
They were there. Point over to two of the dead militia.
Okay. Yeah, what about them?
They were there, screaming.
Okay. Oh. Okay, they were in pain in your nightmare?
Yeah. You don't have fire, do you?
Fire?
Premium?
No.
Damn.
Yeah, we could use some. Well, I think you should need some rest if you don't want to make some more nightmares. But yeah, I go see Therese because maybe he should stop acting himself too.
Mm-hmm.
And I go see Therese. You can
She will, when you come closer,
Yeah.
you can see that he is shaking. Is like having the shakes,
Yeah.
like he's feverish
Okay.
and sweating,
Okay.
and you can see his eyes moving around very fast.
Okay. I
As
try to waking him.
as you touch him, he rocks his head up and gives up a small scream.
It's me. It's me.
He will touch your face.
It's me, Gruff.
Nice of you. Here. What? Where was I?
I don't know, but you're on the same place you fell down during the battle.
Where I died.
Yeah. But now you're not dead anymore.
Aren't I? The stench.
The stench. Well, I know that I don't bat often, but you.
Like rust, like iron, everywhere.
Okay. Are you telling me you were doing a nightmare?
I hope so.
Well,
This wasn't a nightmare then. I don't know, I couldn't see it. I just felt it trickle down my face.
chill.
And smelled like rot everywhere.
Rot. Alright. Well, then you're back with us. Just to tell you, we are now going to be slaves again, unless we can do something about it, but we don't know what yet. Right now, they're not that rude on us. I don't know if they were like that when you were in the camp back then.
They killed the ones who got sick, but that was their shaman.
Their shaman was doing that.
Yeah.
But the shaman, okay. But okay. But right now they're not very rude on us. So okay, go. I consider that we are lucky with that. But okay, but yeah, you can wake up and try to try to pretend you're still hurt, because somehow I know that you're not anymore.
Yeah. Doesn't feel like it. We'll try.
Okay. Okay, I go at some point go see Marbio, and you know what? The pills gives nightmares.
Okay. Now I haven't actually heard any of these nightmares, so I'm sitting here thinking it's better than death.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course, but that's some kind of an effect that the pills have because both Therese and Alma got back from the dead. First of all, I think I'm just not realizing it, but nevertheless, they told me about strange stuff. You know, all the land filled with blood and being surrounded by sense of rotting flesh. That's what I understand. But now they're just pretending they're wounded. Actually, they're pretty healthy. Yeah, it is quite an amazing thing. Those pills.
Well, yeah, that is. Wish I would have kept mine. Well, I don't. I put it to good use, but wish I would have had another, I guess.
Just to remind me, you did give Asgard her own, right?
No, I gave Asgard mine. Asgard mine.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I noted that down wrong.
You gave your own.
Yeah. I nod.
Ah, right, because you had that in hand, right?
Yeah.
You gave your own, and to who? You took it. You don't. You're too wounded.
No, I gave it to Asgard.
Give it to Asgard. So Asgard.
She was more wounded than I was. She had a blade sticking in her, and then I put, my hands out as deep in as it was.
And where is she?
I shrugged. I told Patiki to keep her safe. I take it Patiki's keeping her safe to the best of her abilities.
Well, so far, if the pills, well, probably the pill is doing the same effect as I saw with Almar and Therese. I think that it's more Patiki that is safe with Asgard right now. Depending on the nightmare she made.
Considering her view on deities, it could be a little bit. It could be a bit of a problem.
So we might have a chance if Asgard. Well, nevertheless, you talked a lot with the guy with the dog name.
Briac, yeah. He's an intelligent man, somewhat.
Okay, did he tell you why? Well, what do you know? What did he reveal you some of his secrets? What they're planning to do? Anything?
What was the name of the organization?
The organization, the Army of the Icar.
He just told me that we're the group he's with, the Army of the Icar.
Army of the Icar. Okay.
Yeah, and otherwise, he said that he wanted me to be an advisor, basically.
You want them? Okay.
And that otherwise, started asking me questions about what some of the people can do here, and I answered them. I mean, so, how are you feeling?
Well, not that bad. Not that bad. Okay, he wants you to be an advisor. Okay. Well, okay. Let's see if it can makes us any good. At least you have his confidence. Feels like that.
For now. I think, and I look over towards the herbalist, and I kind of just nod in his direction.
Yeah, he's nodding over to you, but first he's going to the orcs and is being pointed around. Rujak goes over and looks at the stuff he has brought with him. And then he points the herbalist to the two of the wounded orcs, and he goes over to them first.
Okay, you asked him to heal the wound of some of our enemies.
He asked for him to heal their wounded.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Yeah, so this takes maybe 15 minutes or something that he takes for those two. And yeah, then he will come over to the group and kind of tries to get your attention with fingers so that you come to the group.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do approach.
I do too. It's like,
yeah, I found this one berry. Could hide it. I think you need it more.
let me see my skills here. Physical talents.
Well, I can probably I know something about berries.
Okay, there really
Yeah.
doesn't seem to be a sleight of hand talent, so... Oh, pickpocket.
Yeah.
I guess I could use that. So, I just try not to make it noticeable that I take anything from them. 18, 16, 12.
Okay. Yeah, one of the orc guards kind of sees you, probably while you take it away. One of your wounds starts hurting so much that you have to let out a groan or something. And yeah, we'll come over and look at you.
Can I see that? Well, I tried to see what Marvio was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And try to see that he failed.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, that's pretty obvious.
Okay, so yeah, so I make myself between the orc and Marvio, but back from the orc, trying and say something like, "Oh yeah, you shouldn't use that arm, just keep it down." And I take Marvio's arm to keep it down. Does he have the berry in hand?
Yeah, let's see on a 1 to 10, the herbalist still has it, and on a 11 to 20, Marvio has it. And it's a 6, so the herbalist still has it.
Okay, so put my hand down and it's like...
Okay, so I'm working on maybe a bandage.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay,
and yeah, just trying to feint that it had nothing to do with taking an object.
Yeah, he will come over, and yeah, you two can do some.
Not a social talent.
Yeah.
I just kind of grunt and say I'm fine to Gruff and just try don't worry about me.
Okay,
Try
yeah.
and play it off. Do I still have to roll deception for that?
Yeah, we'll have a look what you could roll. Okay. I would say you can do sneak or hide rather actually you can do basically it's fast talk for you. For Gruff, you could also do fast talk if you want, or is there
I made
anything
mine.
more?
1, 9, 4.
Okay.
Not that I could really miss it. I have a plus 10 in it. Yeah.
Yeah, presume it would also be fast talk for you.
Okay, it has an encumbrance -4.
Fast talk?
Yes.
Fast talk is not subject to.
Yeah, well,
encumbrance.
it's printed out on the sheet, but
Huh? Is it?
yeah, oh yeah, I can show it to you.
Wait.
I don't know if you can see it. I just point my finger. Oh,
Okay.
encumbrance
Okay.
-4.
Well, that's strange. I presume that's an error that I made.
Well, I
but
have
anyway,
4 encumbrance, so
yeah.
nothing.
It's not affecting you anyway. Yeah.
Okay, I have 0. Courage is good. Intuition, okay. I miss my intuition and my charisma, both of them.
Okay.
But you don't
Yeah,
understand
so-
what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's more of a gesture. So what you don't manage is to focus the entire attention on Marbio right now.
Yeah.
So he also tries to have a look at the herbalist. But he's just. It seems like he's just looking for weapons. He's just touching you up.
Hey,
Whether you have anything heavy.
I'm just thinking away. You already took my stuff.
He probably finds a dagger I forgot about or something. I'm like, oh, yeah, I didn't even know I had that anymore. I thought I threw it at someone.
He will take it and make a stab at you.
I don't, I just kind of look at him like, how was it necessary?
He's stabbing,
and then well, he's out of. You would say he's out of reach anyway.
Oh, he's just gesturing a stab.
Yeah. And then puts it in his belt.
Well, if he's just gesturing a stab, then I just kind of make a throwing knife action.
He's kind of looking at you, puzzled. And then he snorts and goes away.
Suddenly, I have some kind of a crazy plan, but I'm looking around. Did they get all the weapons that dropped on the ground?
Well, most of it. But what's good for you, high or low?
High.
Well, you can make a perception roll.
Oh, I don't know if I will have it, but I have lots of points. But yeah, no, no. The sun is going down, so
yeah,
I'll have a clear look about the surroundings.
in the long shadows you can't really find anything.
I look Mario and I say, what if we help them get all the weapons and they put them all on their belts so they can't move anymore? It's just a crazy idea.
What? What was your idea? I didn't hear you.
Sorry.
What was your idea again?
It's just a crazy idea, because they every weapon they take, they put that on their belts, on their sheets, and they already have a weapon. What if we took, I could sheath myself a sword when I find one. They will take it, up to a point where they,
Beaten by encumbrance.
yeah, eaten by encumbrance. But yeah, I know that it won't work, but Gruff is making some funny scenario in his head.
You're good for brightening up the mood.
Oh, yeah. I look at the herbalist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he will try to come closer to you again once the orc is away.
Yeah.
What did you say?
What did you brought? I haven't saw it.
It's a one berry.
Okay, what is a one berry? Just
it's for healing. It's you take it before you sleep, and helps you.
Oh yeah. I remember. Maven used to give us that.
And I saw the lizard woman in the forest.
You saw?
How's she doing? I mean, did she look like she was scared of something?
I don't know, she kind of showed me her hand, and she clapped out each of her claws, one after the other, but she didn't make a sound. I don't know, maybe she thought I was being followed.
I don't know what to make of it, but at least it's good that Asgard didn't fly into a rage because of the pill.
Pill?
Never mind.
But maybe we could take a chance to make them believe that we need more herbs, and I could go with you fetch them, and maybe we could have some use from Asgard by doing this. But
test them. We're not trusted that much yet. But look, it'd probably be safer if I didn't know most of your plans.
Okay.
So I just kind of, I say thank you to the herbalist, and then I say, and I, try and find a place to sit down because I probably need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm trying to see a place for myself to rest comfortably, most comfortably enough to maybe heal a little during the night.
Yeah. Probably we'll all gather to. Probably we'll all gather and we'll sleep very close to each other because you're not allowed fire. So we'll. And if no one suggested, then Kondar will, that you have to stay close together. And we'll tell tales of being on a dragon boat in the ice, where they had to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
And how people lost toes and so on.
So I'll probably be with the orcs tonight, right?
Yeah, you will be kept relatively close to Vrujak, so you will even be close to the fire.
Well, I try and make pleasant conversation with them. You know, I don't know that much about orcs other than just Borkai and me, and So, yeah. I'll tell stories of me and Horasia. That'll give them a good laugh.
Okay. Yeah, and I think this is a good point for the end of tonight's session.
Yeah, that was a short moment in our lives, but a good chapter of that tale. Okay, then I'll have to stop the broadcast. That was a dark eye. So yeah.